This is Jarrod Horak, and my latest Road to the 2024 Kentucky Derby video series continues with the Sam F. Davis Stakes at Tampa Bay Downs. That race will be run Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Now, if you want to read my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports, head on over to todaysracingdigest.com. At the top of their front page, you're going to see a Kentucky Derby tab. Click on that tab. It will take you over to the Digest Derby page, and you will be able to read all of my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports. If you're interested in a free complete digest from now through the end of April, use the promo code Derby5424 and you'll get a free complete digest at Today's Racing Digest. You'll get one free complete digest between now and the end of April. And in the description in this video, I'll provide that promo code and then also the link to that complete digest page. And now we'll get into the analysis of this video. 10th race at Tampa Bay Downs, Saturday, February 10th, Grade 3, $250,000, Sam F. Davis Stakes. This race is for 3-year-olds traveling 1 mile and a 16th on the main track. 5:15 p.m. Eastern is the post time, and the past performances in this video are provided by todaysracingdigest.com. El Principito is number 1. This one's a 50-1 long shot. He was 4th, beaten 14 lengths after dueling on the lead in the Pasco Stakes at 7 furlongs at Tampa Bay last time. He won his debut back on September 13th in a maiden claiming 25. Hasn't done much since then. That's why he's a 50-1 outsider in here. Number 2, Tireless is one of 2 runners for trainer Todd Pletcher, and Todd Pletcher has won the Sam F. Davis Stakes 7 times. This one with 4 starts, a win and 2 seconds. Second in his turf route debut at Kentucky Downs. Then he was 5th in his next start at Keeneland on turf, a race originally scheduled for the turf and moved to dirt at 1 mile and an 1/8 at Churchill Downs last fall. He was 2nd there, and then he broke his maiden at 1 mile and 40 yards at Tampa Bay Downs last time, adding Lasix. He loses Lasix in this spot. They paid $875,000 for this not this time colt. Antonio Gallardo will ride, and he'll probably save ground stalking the pace. Patriot Spirit is next, and he's 6-1 morning line. And this one is a son of Constitution, and he removed blinkers last time out, and he won the inaugural stakes at 6 furlongs, stalking and going nicely and winning that one over Crazy Mason. And Crazy Mason was the next out winner, and he's in this race as well. So for this one, his longest race so far was the Grade 3 Iroquois, a 1-turn mile at Churchill, the first Kentucky Derby points race, and he set a fast pace and weakened that day. So he still needs to prove that he can handle the longer distance of this race. Crazy Mason at 10-1 morning line, run twice at Tampa Bay with a win in the second. He did add Lasix and win last time in a slow early, fast late optional claiming race at 1 mile and 40 yards. That Tampa Bay race was on January 14th. He was the heavy favorite, and he won nicely. And prior to that, in the inaugural stakes, he was 2nd. This is his 3rd start after a layoff. He seems to be getting better, and he's one that could get in the mix in here at a price. No More Time is next for trainer Jose D'Angelo. This is another son of Not This Time. Paid $40,000 for this one. 3 starts with a win and a second. Second in his debut at 5.5 furlongs. Stretched out to a 1-turn mile second time out. He pressed the pace. He took over. He won by almost 7. The Mucho Macho Man Stakes last time. He was 5th in a 6-horse field. He had some trouble from the inside post. The runner-up in that race was a next out stakes winner on turf. Agate Road is next for trainer Todd Pletcher. This is a son of Quality Road. Now the dam here, Yellow Agate, won the Grade 1 Frizette Stakes. So, and this horse is a turf horse, so he's got the ability based on the pedigree to handle the main track, and they say he's training well on the main track as well. He was supposed to run in that Kitten's Joy Stakes last weekend, but they decided to take a shot in this Kentucky Derby points race. $650,000 purchase. They obviously thought he was going to be good. He was 2nd in his career debut in a race originally scheduled for turf and moved to the main track. 2nd by a nose there. Decent effort at Saratoga in that 1-mile race. Then they moved him over to the turf course at Saratoga 2nd time out, and he rallied from off the pace to break his maiden by a neck. And then the Grade 2 Pilgrim Stakes. He rallied from off the pace to win that one as the favorite. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, 5th, beaten 2 lengths in an 11-horse field. The Dania Beach Stakes, his first start this year, January 6th on turf at Gulfstream. And that was a slow early, fast late event. He couldn't catch the front runner as the 1-2 favorite, but he was 2nd best in there. So now Agate Road, he needs some pace help, and we'll see how he handles the main track. He's classy enough to win this one if he does handle dirt. Copper Tex is 5-1 morning line for trainer Gary Capuano. Now, Gary Capuano years ago had a horse on the road to the Kentucky Derby, Captain Budget. So he had some success with that horse. He's been a good trainer in Maryland for many years, and this horse has a lot of ability with 5 wins and a second from 7 starts. And he won some stakes races, the Rocky Run Stakes at Delaware Park last year, and he won the Lewis Stakes at Laurel Park as well, rallying from off the pace. So he went wire to wire in that Rocky Run, and then in that Lewis Stakes, he rallied from 7th place. He went last to first. And then in the Remsen Stakes last time, that grade 2, he was post 9 in a 10-horse field. He was hung out wide. He was never able to get over and get any kind of trip. That was the day that speed was strong. 7 of the 10 races on Remsen Day were won in wire-to-wire fashion, and the inside lanes seemed to be best. Copper Tex couldn't get up on the pace, and he was hung out to dry from an outer post. He can go better in this race. Everdoit, 30-1 morning line. This one's 1-for-4 lifetime. In his second career start at 1 mile and 40 yards at Tampa Bay, he was up on the pace and he won nicely. And then he cut back to 6 furlongs, and he ended up finishing second after setting the pace. And then in the Mucho Macho Man Stakes, it's a 54-1 outsider. He set the pace and he weakened to last. He can get involved early in here, but he probably won't be involved late. Change of Command is your 3-1 morning line favorite for trainer Shug McGahee. They paid more than $1 million for this son of Into Mischief, and he's adding blinkers in here. And this one exits back-to-back victories. He broke his maiden at 7 furlongs on a good track at Gulfstream Park, pressing from second and breaking that maiden by more than 6 lengths as the heavy favorite. First start against winners, he was the favorite again last time as he stretched out to 1 mile and a 16th. And in that optional claiming race, he was all over the pace. He got into a battle in the stretch, and he was able to prevail by a neck. He had Lasix there. He doesn't have Lasix in this spot, but he ran without Lasix in all of his other races, including his romping maiden win. And then blinkers go on in here, probably for focus, and he should be up on the pace under his new rider, Tyler Gaffalione. West Saratoga. This one is run 8 times, 2 wins in 4 seconds. He's run once at Tampa. That was in the Pasco Stakes last time out, and he was second, beaten 12 lengths behind Bookham Dano. So that was an effort that he probably needed. That was his first start since October in the Breeders' Futurity, in which he finished a well-beaten 5th. And he won the first Kentucky Derby points race, the Iroquois Stakes. He got a good setup that day, and he rallied to win that one at 12-1. But his last 2 starts, he hasn't come close to reproducing that effort. We'll have to see in his second start after a layoff, stretching back out, if he can improve. He's an $11,000 son of Exaggerator, and he's earned over $300,000. He's definitely a bargain purchase that's more than made his money back. Number 11, Fulmineo. This one was second last time behind Crazy Mason. He stalked, he led, and he was clearly second best there at 1 mile and 40 yards in that optional claiming race. That was a slow, early, fast, late event. As I said, he should get some more pace help in here. Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, he was 11th and last in that race as a 47-1 outsider. Prior to that, in the Pilgrim Stakes, Agate Road beat him, and he was able to rally and finish second that day. So we still don't know what surface that they actually want to put him on. He did break his maiden in a turf route, and he was second in the Pilgrim Stakes, both on turf. And then last time on dirt, he ran a decent race. He seems like he can handle anything, but he's going to have to step up his game. Elysian Meadows for trainer Bill Mott. This is a son of City of Light. They paid $175,000 for this one. 2 starts, 2 wins, both in sprint races. 6.5 furlong debut for this New York bred, and he was able to rally from 8th to break his maiden that day. And then in his second start, cut back to 6 furlongs, again against State Bred Company. He pressed from second, opened up by 1.5 lengths, and he held on by 3/4 of a length. 2 sprints to a route is a good angle. The runner-up from his last start was a next out winner. Tough post in his first 2-turn attempt. So looking overall at this race, Change of Command, obviously going to be a solid contender, but I don't want to play him at a short price. This seems to be a wide open race, and I want to definitely take a shot at somebody who's going to be higher priced than that. Agate Road could take a lot of money as well for Pletcher. We'll see if he's as good on dirt as he is on turf. He's, like I said, he's bred for it. He's training well, but I still want to see him prove it. Crazy Mason, I like him underneath more than anything. I just think maybe he can work out a decent trip in here and get a piece of this and maybe spice up the exotics a bit. I'm going to go with Copper Tex for trainer Gary Capuano, this son of Copper Bullet. 5 for 7 with a runner-up finish. His Remsen really had not a great trip there at all. So I think you can draw a line through that one. And then the Remsen show finisher, drum roll please, was the next out stakes winner. And then the two horses that finished first and second in the Remsen, Dornoch and Sierra Leone, they're both on my exceptional 11 Kentucky Derby list. So I think he faced a good field last time, and he never really had a chance to run. Gary Capuano, a sharp trainer, 25% wins, and he's one that, and he's good with shippers, 20% with shippers, and he shows a flat bet profit. And I think that this horse should be able to work out a decent stalking type trip if he can do that under his new rider, Charlie Marquez. I think that he might be able to get the job done in here. He's 5-1 morning line. Maybe he'll offer a bit of value. So Copper Tax, my top choice in the Sam F. Davis Stakes at Tampa Bay Downs, Saturday, February 10th. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. Keep checking my YouTube channel for all of these Road to the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks videos. And then until I see you next time, good luck at the races.